Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Hearts of Iron 4, where we are playing as the Netherlands, and the invasion of Scotland has begun. The defeat of the Union of Britain's fleet occurred last time. They are down to less than 100 ships, in fact probably about 80, and they've been just hemorrhaging vessels. They've also got, wow, about 20 convoys total. So their blockade is pretty absolute at this point. And we do have a couple more convoy kills there. But the real news is the invasion of Scotland. We are taking pretty heavy casualties doing this. We are heavily engaged against them, but I am hoping that we can weather the storm, that Germany will send in some more troops, and also I will, because I just realised that you're not actually in this fight yet. We do have some reinforcements on the way as well. If we can find where they are. They are just off the coast of Indonesia still, and are going to take a while to get there. Plus, they are not exactly massively strong right now. We really need to be producing some more infantry equipment, which hopefully we can do soon enough. You know what? The other thing I might want to do is try and get some defences built. I don't know how much opportunity we will actually have to build those defences, but we can certainly try. Anyway, another battle's going on here. These are Commune of France ships fighting against Alfric submarines. They don't really stand a chance. Alright, onwards. The other thing is Air Force. Let's just take a quick look at that. We do still have air superiority, and I am very much hoping that the Germans are still sending close air support, which is what these guys are. So 150 close air support. Am I producing any close air support yet? No. And in fact, we're producing so many fighters now that I think I'm going to reduce that and build some more of these. And we have enough carrier naval bombers. We actually have a bit of a surplus, so I think I'm going to stop building those too. Because we need to be really careful about how exactly we use our factories. May as well cancel you too. I think we want to make sure any resources we have go to those first of all. We can stop importing so much steel and so much aluminium. The rubber we can't cut down on. Okay, good. Support weapons 2 are done. Russia's declared war on the Ukraine. That means we're at war with Russia now. That's not good. That's double plus ungood. Anyway, we have just got all of those guns done. We might want to get better engineer companies. We may also want to get decryption and actually radio. We really need radio. So let's get that done first. Union of Britain continues attacking everywhere. The death of C.J. Snyders. Cornelius Jacobus Snyders, commander of the Dutch armed forces during the Weltkrieg, passed away today. Snyders was fairly controversial in that the Liberal cabinet ruling the Netherlands at the time wanted to fire him for defeatism, as he believed the Netherlands could not resist a German invasion, a move only presented by the personal intervention of Queen Wilhelmina. After the Weltkrieg, Snyders made himself famous once again by co-founding the VNH. This makes up the far right of Dutch politics today. Cool. I love how huge the Netherlands focus tree is, considering how small it is. Yeah, it's pretty impressive, isn't it? Alright, so we have you guys here now, and I'm hoping that that last soldier came into. We're being hit pretty hard in every direction, but we're also fighting back pretty hard in every direction. The main problem is that we're just outnumbered. I really wish I had decryption so I could see what was going on over there. Non-aggression pact with the human, I will agree to this. And the Ukraine is garrisoning their borders against the Russians pretty heavily. We have German units garrisoning the borders against a rather massive Poland. That Poland definitely seems to be bigger than I remember it being. Okay. Convoys. Ooh, a submarine, that's not good. The French are definitely trying to catch us. We're going to try not to let them. Okay, are there any other troops or anything that I could send in to assist over here? I don't think so. Not really. When these guys arrive, it will be very nice. But, again, they're kind of low on equipment. But then again, Britain can't be that much better off. They're not. They're really not. Crikey. Yep, that's the starvation of resources right there. Blockades are effective. Patrus Wilhelmus Best falls ill. Damn it, all of my generals keep on dying! Stop it. So, Statius Muller is out. Best is out. I guess we're bringing Porton. Can you level up? No. How's your infantry leader skill? 1. Just curious, how are we doing on the others? Best has a lot more traits. In fact, he's already got infantry. Oh, damn it, he had infantry leader. How long are you out for? 30 days. How long are you out for? 34 days. So we basically have to survive for a month with limited reinforcements. And also, how are we doing in terms of damage dealt? We're still suffering a lot, but we're also inflicting it now. Call to arms from Germany. Who would this bring us in the war against? This is just going to be Russia? Yes. Yeah, I'll join you. Reinforcement arrived. You have already slotted yourself in. That's good. So you're the unit that needs to withdraw and hopefully get some recovery time. I think I'm going to send you over here. Oh, of course, we have Sweden on our side too, don't we? Opens up another little front against the Russians. Austria wants to send some troops. Absolutely Austria. Also, the Russian soldiers that we had on the French border will have gone home. What are we doing for guns? We're actually making up the deficit, so that gap is closing. We do need more support equipment, so let's see if we can dedicate an additional factory to that. We'll keep it like this. And I think I'm also going to add another wing of planes. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start adding more planes to these wings. Wings of 200 fighters seems to be a pretty good number. Yes, I will accept your guns gratefully. Russia's declared war on Finland. Alright, so Finland's going to join us, opening up a huge front against them. And we know that the Finns can fight pretty strongly. In the Baltic. Do I want to spare any of my destroyers to go and route them out the Baltic? I don't think so. My escorts are struggling as it is. Nah. And it's going to be very difficult to blockade Russia because they can just import from the east via Siberia. Can't I just requisition the Dutch East India troops like in vanilla? Yes. However, I'm kind of terrified about Japan declaring war. But I do think it's going to be worth our while to get maybe 10 of those divisions. It's not a bad idea, even if they are pretty poor. See how they do. Central Africa's attacking. Still defeating the British in every assault, but they are definitely causing us some problems. Even some French units got over here. That's a surprise. Oh, come on! This is 3 generals now. In the space of 3 months, I think. 24 days, 20 days. Wurst at Wurst, maybe? Or this Wurst at Wurst, because he's already got Engineer, which is quite useful. Or we can get Reinders, a little bit of experience. Although he's more likely to get wounded. I'm not going to risk that 50% getting wounded. And yeah, I'll be double checking those troops soon enough. We're going to go with Wurst at Wurst. And I'm not going to promote you at all right now. Alright, let's take a look. These guys are currently not moving. Yes they are. Maybe. Cut the employer's red tape. Done. So let's go back over here, because we were in the process of getting unemployment reduced, and then we can start the recovery. Werkverschaffing program has borne fruit day after day. Less people come to stamp as proof that they're in fact unemployed and not claiming their subsidies as extra money on top of their regular salary. It seems we succeeded, and while we've not fully recovered yet from Black Monday, the worst of the crisis effects seem to have abated. And then after that, recovery. Finally. Okay, so these units are now given leave to recover. I think I would like you to back off to recover. And you recover. Focus CX, that's the closest air support, isn't it? Excellent. I think I would... it's 192 days. That's a bit too long. I think I'd rather start working on a doctrine instead. Let's get formation flying. And we want to start researching... oh, start building some of those. Because I'd really like to get some aircraft involved. Do that, and now we need a lot more resources. Sweden's steel supplies have been dramatically cut off. Buy some more from Germany. And a little bit more aluminium from Illyria. One more steel. Oops, I said one. One! Come on. There we are. Okay, so it looks like we're still fighting off the British, okay? How are they doing for manpower? I'm not really expecting to be beating them for manpower. No, I would run out way before they do. Depending, of course, on how many I'm taking compared to them. The Dutch going up the Thames to burn the Royal Navy again. What Navy? We've already sunk the Navy. At this point, sailing up the Thames wouldn't be a massive... victory. I'm going to cancel this. I'm going to give you a new objective, which is actually going to be... this. Don't make that. Do it from there. Much better. These guys are off the South African coast. How are we doing for guns otherwise? 2,400. Slowly but surely making up the deficits. And now it's the French attacking into Germany. So the German front line has been reduced because they've had to go and defend against the Ukraine. But we seem to be inflicting casualties now, which is good. And then in terms of this battle, 7,000 for 10,000. We're still losing more equipment than they are. But I can afford to replace it. They can't. And now all of you guys are just entrenching, which is awesome. 3 more days, and then we can bring Best back. Insel India declared war on the Netherlands. Fantastic. So, Dutch East Indies. Yeah, we're at war with Insel India. Alright. So these guys, turn around, go back home. And we're also going to grab the submarines, which we don't have very many left. Oh dear. And we're going to rebase you here, where you will start convoy raiding these areas to stop them from reinforcing themselves. So the British blockade for a small time is going to be lifted, kind of. Although what I think I'm going to do instead is get my former recon ships to actually go convoy raiding now. They've done an excellent job spotting, now let's have them actually going after convoys and stuff. And I think I'm going to take control of all of your forces now. Which is going to be a new unit in a new theatre with a new over-commander, which is going to be Reinders. And your commander is going to be Porton, which is out for another 12 days. I'm going to bring you in anyway. So all of your troops are currently here, I assume. Yes. So let's go and make sure that we can take out Java, and then we'll focus on Sumatra.
Ja, commandant.
With the exception of you and you, who are going to go here. Who's that in Indonesia, the blue colour? It's the Indonesian rebels, Insel India. So I need to take this province so I can stop them crossing in bigger numbers. Like so. So your job is just going to be hold that territory. The rest of you can go and take out the rest. Okay, good. How many troops does Insel India actually have? 12? 14? Against the 11 that we have defending here, plus I can basically cut them off. However, my resources are going to be shattered. So I'm going to need to buy from somebody else. Ottomans. Give me oil. I need your oil. Also need to rotate these guys out a little bit, I suspect. And now lots of people are offering me guns, which I definitely want. Ooh, hello. Oh, this is Insel India giving me guns. Sweet. Am I still building destroyers? I am. However, we now have access to advanced submarines. Which feel like it's just going to be harsh. So what should we call these? I'm going to call these the Helfrich subs. He has definitely earned the name. And I think I'm going to start building some. They cost chromium. That's a bit unfortunate. So we'll build one more of those, then we'll have one doing Amsterdam's, one doing Helfrich's. Seems reasonable to me. You'd like to request a song, sure. So long as it's in the Hearts of Iron playlist. The Dutch in the Highlands going for some whiskey. Yeah, yeah. How are you guys doing? Still off the coast of Africa. You're a long way away. Ah, and these are returning home. So we're actually going to have a bunch more troops in play. In fact, you may as well add yourselves to that. And then your job is going to be going north, I think. Actually, half of... Oops. Haha.
Attentie!
Okay.
Forwards!
How are we doing here? Are there any other units I need to withdraw?
Lekker erop los!
I think there probably are. All three of you are in battle, so let's have
Lekker
you
erop los!
back off to recover.
Blijven
And
aanvallen!
probably you back off to recover.
We stoten ze terug!
You.
Houd de lijn!
Okay. We really need more oil. Venezuela. Send me some more. That's better. Alright, so what are we constructing at the moment? We are still doing the Lanark shipyard. Has this taken any damage? No, it hasn't. Amazingly enough. Are we doing any more damage? 7,000 against 11,000, so that's a no. Ooh, if we can get to Palembang quickly, that would be awesome. Yes. Alright, that's good. That's very good.
We gaan ze terugstoten!
I have a feeling that my war up there can basically fight itself.
Gaan, gaan, gaan! Gaan, gaan, gaan!
Let's bring you up. These guys are still under attack. You're under the most heavy attack. They're coming in with 8 divisions. Ouch. Not doing a huge amount of damage. But they're definitely trying. And we should be gaining a bunch of weapons now, thanks to all of the Lend-Leases coming in.
Blijven aanvallen!
Now the other thing I wanted to do was basically bring in Best again. Best is good to go. Now Best, can you level up? You can. I'm going to make you my defensive commander. Let's get that extra entrenchment. Not that I'm going to have the opportunity to really use it. I think that the little pink blob just west of the land you control in Scotland is the island of Islay with so much excellent whiskey. I don't actually like Islay whiskey, it's too smoky. I prefer sweet whiskey, rum cask. Which is probably why I quite liked bourbon when I tried it.
Gereed, commandant!
Is there a reason that we're not doing this? And in fact, I can almost certainly get air superiority over on that side. So how many planes are we up against? We're up against 600. And we are kicking the living daylights out of them, apparently. Do I have any spares? Not really. Alright. No, not that. I'm going to grab one air wing. They are going to fly. Haha. The only airfield is the one that's under their control right now. Okay, never mind. They're not going to fly over there.
Opdrachten!
Getting closer. The Second Melbourne Uprising, massive unrest in the Australasian Confederation, has culminated in the Second Melbourne Uprising by syndicalists mirroring the first such uprising that occurred in 1924, and which was crushed by both the government and the paramilitary forces. The unpopular Australasian Guard-led government ordered Australasian soldiers to open fire on the protesters, leading to a bloodbath, which has left hundreds dead and chaos reigniting in the southern city for weeks. While the Guard appears to have taken the situation under control now, and has tried to block any information getting out from Melbourne, the unprecedented violence has led to a condemnation of the Australasian Confederation from around the world. Is that civil war? No. Just internal issues. I would like some more tea. Let's go and prepare this first of all. Okay, good.
Gereed, commandant.
Are you back on business? You are. Cool.
Uitdrukken.
We are currently winning every engagement here. We could really do with pushing out a little bit. Are there any areas where they just don't have much organization? Really? Here, perhaps. But we are being hit pretty hard from basically every direction. 1,800 guns short. I think it is mostly guns that we are short on. Let's take a very quick look at the casualty rate. Alright, so we are inflicting more and more casualties against them now. Including a bunch of heavy tanks, which is great. Let's reduce this to the last 12 months instead of the last 36. Okay, so the last 12 months has been way more positive. Let's go with the last 6 months. Okay, so we are actually coming out ahead here. I'm just surprised that was showing me 36 months worth. So I think we are scraping this one back. How is their strength? Bad. And getting worse. Okay, good. Hey, Waken.
We gaan ze terugstoten.
We are running out of oil again. That's because the Ottomans aren't selling me any... Oh yes, they are. They're selling me the full 16, but that's all they can do. Venezuela! Unemployment reduced. And here it is, the recovery from Black Monday. Remove national spirit, economic recovery. And then after this, we're going to need to restore pre-crisis regulations and control inflation. And then we can start doing the industrial tree at long last. A sound strategy to fight the economic collapse that ensued after Black Monday has resulted in the stabilization of our economy. In all sectors, more people are employed, more products are sold, and increasing liquidity is floating around. It seems we succeeded in guiding the country through a hard time, and people are confident in the future once again. Which is awesome, because economic recovery has been reducing my construction speed by 20%, production efficiency cap by 5, factory output by 10, and then also reducing my stability. Speaking of stability, we should probably do the thing which gives us more stability while we can. Have I tried editing amphibious invasions yet? No, we haven't got any active. Mass motorization is done, which is giving us more organization for all leg units. This is going to be mostly motorized mechanized. It will not help me very much. Although I will spend the points to get that done faster. We're still sinking convoys? I would hope so. Nope, we are in fact sinking submarines, which is just as good.
Opdrachten.
Why are you going to Casablanca? No. Bad. You have absolutely no reason to be going to Casablanca.
Kom op.
Right, have all of you lot arrived? Almost.
En op los.